I started being intentional about where my energy went. I began selecting what truly deserved my focus. Once I got clear about what actually aligned with my goals, decisions became easier. What to keep, what to remove, what deserved my energy, and what didn't. I could finally think clearly and make decisions from a place of intention rather than reaction. Hey there, and welcome back to the Create Your Next Breakthrough podcast. I'm your host, Edmund Lee, and today we're going to be talking about the power of removing what doesn't align. What if I told you that the secret to achieving your goals isn't about doing more, but about removing what doesn't belong? You know what's fascinating? We live in a world that's constantly shouting at us to add more, to do more, to be more, to achieve more. More activities on our calendar, more things on our to-do list, more commitments to keep up with, more. But what if we've been looking at this all wrong? Think of it like this. You know when you're trying to focus on something that's important and your phone keeps buzzing with notifications? Each notification, each interruption, it takes a piece of your attention. And pretty soon, you're scattered in 10 different directions instead of moving powerfully in one direction. That's what happens with our energy. Every commitment, every yes, everything we take on, they're like all these notifications constantly pulling at us. And when our capacity is divided, when it's split, we have fewer resources. We have fewer resources to direct towards our goals and our dreams. Whether that's in our relationships, in our wealth, or in our health. Everything takes energy. Now let me share something personal. Not too long ago, I had so many different things pulling for my attention. Projects I thought couldn't wait. Commitments I felt I had to keep. Activities that seemed urgent at the time. At first glance, each one seemed important. But when I took a step back, and I really looked at where my energy was going, I realized something had to change. That I needed to get clear about what truly aligned with my goals and what didn't. And that's when things started to shift. Instead of letting everything seem urgent, I started being intentional about where my energy went. Just like choosing which notifications to keep and which to turn off, I began selecting what truly deserved my focus. Once I got clear about what actually aligned with my goals, decisions became easier. What to keep, what to remove, what deserved my energy, and what didn't. I could finally think clearly and make decisions from a place of intention rather than reaction. I remember this quote from Kobe Bryant. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He said this, "You can't possibly become better than me because you're not spending the time on it that I do. If you want to spend the time, you can't because you have other things. You have other responsibilities that are taking you away from it. So I already won." I love that about Kobe. He was so focused on what he wanted and the things that were important to get him there. What made him great is he dedicated all of his resources, all of his time, all of his energy towards a specific goal, to be the best basketball player in the world. Anything that was out of alignment, anything that didn't line up with that, he removed it. The same principle can apply to each of us. And when we get clear about what's most important in our lives, we can start to see what truly aligns and what doesn't. Now, you might have completely different goals from Kobe Bryant. Maybe you're building a business. Maybe you're strengthening your relationships. Or maybe you're improving your health. But the principle remains the same. If you want to excel at something and be the best, it's going to require focus. Our energy can only go so far when it's split in multiple directions. Now think about your life right now. Look at where your energy is going. Each commitment, each activity, each decision, they all take a piece of your focus. Some move you towards your goals, and others They're just noise, pulling you in different directions. But here's the good news. You get to choose. You get to decide what deserves your energy and what doesn't. You get to select what stays and what goes. So let me ask you something. Are you ready to get clear about what really matters in your life? Because if you are, here's what I want you to do. Take a look at your daily activities, your commitments, your routines, and for each one, ask yourself, does this move me towards my goals? Does this multiply my energy or divide it? If I remove this, would I have more focus for what truly matters? Because just like Kobe Bryant understood, it's not about doing more. It's about removing anything that doesn't contribute to your ultimate goal. And that's when you can truly focus on what matters, without distractions, without divided energy. I'm your host, Edmund Lee, and this has been the Create Your Next Breakthrough podcast. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, today. And as always, let's create your next breakthrough. And here's a special bonus gift for our listeners. We're all about getting you into alignment so you can live a life that you love. It's a breathwork meditation that I highly suggest that you do. Go through it, experience it, and share with me the results. You can access it at www.createyournextbreakthrough.com, or you can check it out in the description below. This has been your host, Edmund. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.